Weird. I did not hear any sound. So it looks like everything's okay. But because of that, I couldn't do my sharing. I'm going to share it to one place. But yeah. Internet is like, oh, I didn't change the. Oh, man. I didn't change this. I know I changed it. Darn it. All right. Anyway, this is going to be called the 5 love languages. I'm going to change that right now. All right. Okay. That should do it. It's not going to change it here, though. If it does, I will be fucking amazed. I am not amazed. All right. Let's find the book. Let's do it. You're probably like, John, why do I need to understand love languages? I'm married. I'm this. I'm that. Well, it is because you're going to find that love. It's usually the answer. If you want to grow up emotionally, then you're going to need to understand the 5 love languages. I apologize. I know it said, don't be a lemming. That was earlier. So, no. I know. Okay. Now, I know people are like, Dion, because they're already leaving. So, we are just going to really just kind of cover these a little bit. The 5 love languages. I just want the 5 love languages. Go to Google for it. The 5 love languages.
According to Wikipedia, the 5 love languages, How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate is a 1992 nonfiction book by Baptist minister Gary Chapman.
Blah, blah, blah. And everything is running so extremely wrong here. There they are. About time. All right. Hey, Mandy. Good to see you. I know the title says, don't be a lemming, but it's actually the 5 love languages. It was from earlier. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of repeating here, but welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I always feel like I would have to say something right after that, but I don't. I'm not in a meeting. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. I have to put something on my stomach, but now my hands are sticky. So, there were a lot of things that I didn't understand when I got here. And like depression. Yeah, isn't that the way it works, huh? But through my anxiety, my depression, my PTSD, I found that love was the answer. Not just love, okay, but appropriate. Ooh, I know. What, meow? We got another cat here, so they're after me. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Now, why do we need to know love languages? Why? Because we got to meet people where they're at. And if you understand somebody's love language, then you will do better at sponsoring. You'll have better relationships. Okay. So when we understand a love language, what it is just a way that other people like to be loved. Okay. Acts of service is mine. Okay. But let's kind of get into these. Everybody's kind of different. You might have a couple of them. You need to understand your own love language too. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into some deep, huge thing. Well, I might. Who knows? Okay. But we are at least going to cover some of these. So, words of affirmation. What is words of affirmation? Okay. It's encouragement. What is affirmation? Affirmation is giving somebody a compliment based on fact. Hey, your eyes are shining. I told somebody earlier, hey, you're gaining a little bit of weight. It looks good on you. Because sometimes when we get here, we're pretty skinny. I notice you're going through this. It's okay. I'll be here for you. Hey, words of affirmation. Hey, you did a real good job in here. I like it. Thank you for doing that. Okay. It's kind of like recognition. Now, in this case, a person that likes words of affirmation is the kind of person that likes to be thanked for taking out the trash, and that is okay. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. And we can't seek it, but if you understand somebody else's love language, then you can do this, right? Acts of service. If you go out of your way to do something for me, handwritten letter, I'll probably keep forever. If you make me something, around there, it was right there, I will keep it. Now, if you just buy me something, I don't care. Materialistic to me. But if you took your time to put something together for me, I appreciate that. Earlier, when we got home, I was still running the meeting, and my wife filled up my soda. I appreciate that. Is an act of service. She knows that about me, right? A good, and we still get in trouble. We'll go to Thanksgiving and stuff, and she will serve me, and people get mad. And they, even the first, like when we first got it, I told her, you know what? I can do it. I don't have a problem. I can get my own food. She's like, no, I want to do it. I like to do that for you. So I let her. Okay. And I do. Yeah, of course teens love acts of service. I think everybody likes acts of service because you feel like somebody took time, but that's coming up too. Receiving gifts. Some people appreciate the fact that you went out of your way to take some time. Kind of like this. Okay. I got this for Father's Day for my grandchildren. Now, it says happy birthday on it, but it doesn't matter. Okay. And it sits right here because it's for my grandchildren. Right. Those are gifts. What other things are good? There's a lot of things that people would consider a gift. don't you think? Again, time is a gift, but I do think, is it in here? Yeah, it's coming up. Time is it? What's the theme? Sacrifice. When you sacrifice your time. Ooh. Sponsorship. Act of service. The whole 12th step. Act of service. Okay. Next one. Quality time. That's my wife's. Okay. She don't care what we're doing. She just wants to hang out. Okay. It doesn't matter. What I do is I actually see somebody's catching on. I actually got my video turned off in a meeting the other day for blowing bones. I made him feel guilty. All right. Quality time. So I will pick TV shows that I know that she likes also, and we spend time together because I like to watch them with her and guess things, and her and I are one of those people. What? Hey, you remember that person? They were associated with this, this, and this. We try and remember it, and it brings us back to the old days. We get to enjoy that together, you know. So quality time, that is my wife's big one. And physical touch. Okay? Some people are huggers. Physical touch doesn't mean sex. Good. But in this case, no, it doesn't mean sex. Right? It means a hug. Somebody not feeling right. Okay? Before physical touch, you must ask permission. I don't give a fuck who it is. Okay? I ask my grandchildren if it's okay that I get a hug. Because I have one grandchild, she's not a hugger. And some days she doesn't feel like fucking hugging. And people force her to do it. She feels bad. I feel bad. It's just uncomfortable. No, you let me have my relationship with my granddaughter. We will fist bump if we want to. But I'm not going to force somebody to touch me. So that one we got to be careful about. Right? So now and we're a hugging house too. I love hugging. Yeah. The other day, guy had 10 months. I'm like, I don't have a chip, but I'll give you a hug. Got a hug. See? What was his love language? Physical touch. He appreciated that more than he would have appreciated a chip. See? Now, what are these? And Mandy's kind of been, Mandy's already onto this. All right. There's a theme here. And here it is. Sacrifice and compromise. Okay? Sacrifice and compromise. Earlier, I got a phone call from my wife. I'm bringing a cat home. By the way. And I'm going to tell you something. I got a little pissed. Okay. I got a little mad. Why? Disrupted my day, man. I need to make that decision. Even though I've told her, you don't need me to make a decision. So we've been giving each other a shit all day. Because we're, so my ex-wife, she runs a no-kill cat shelter. So the plan is to hold on to the cat. Hey, Ingrid. Hi. The plan is to hang on to the cat until there's space at the shelter. Right? But we've already named him. we came up with a name. And I told her, I said, there's no way the cat's going to the shelter now. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we named it. It's now ours. I'm such a sucker. He's a great looking cat too. And he's very sociable, but I don't really know. So anyway, yes, it is late, Ingrid. It is. I've been getting up later in the day, and what I've been Since I've been coming off of my meds, I seem to have a little bit more energy, which has been nice. That's been kind of nice. Okay, so Ingrid just got here, so I'm going to kind of go through these again. Yeah, hi, Ingrid. Yeah, now that we've named them. And of course, I have a niece who's like, will you keep him and name him Aurora? I'm like, no, his name's Fred. I'm going to tell you now, it doesn't matter what we name the cat. He ain't coming to it. He's too old to learn his name. He doesn't even come to Kitty. All right. So let's cover these again. All right. And let's cover as to why. And of course, okay, good. I'm like, oh shit, I got rid of all of it. I cleared all my pages. Why do we need to understand a love language outside of our own marriage? Okay. Because AA is a program of meeting people where they are at. Okay. And an alcoholic walking to a room has not been loved for who they are. You may be the first person to ever do this for this person. Okay. Now, everybody else in the family, they couldn't do this. See, it's hard to give your own family members unconditional love. There's always conditions in there. Let's be honest. Okay. Just like, when my friend Todd said a couple weeks ago, I give more grace to complete strangers than I do my own family. Okay. That one hit me hard, man. I'm like, motherfucker called me on my shit. It was great. I love epiphanies. It means change. It means more healing. And that makes me happy. It actually makes me excited. Okay. Not for my healing, but for others. Okay. So, what's the first thing that I should probably understand? My own love language, right? Okay. Mine is acts of service. So let's go over these again. But let's remember, and Mandy put it on, so I'm going to just kind of leave that here. That and time. Time is sacrifice. So we're going to go with sacrifice. But all of these include sacrifice. What is the sacrifice? Well, the sacrifice is going to be money or time. It's going to be one of those two things. But and let's say you just got your coffee, right? And you're walking up and go put your sugar in, and there's somebody in front of you, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. That person doesn't need to be sorry. You know what I'm going to tell them? Take your time. I'm not in any rush. Even if I am in a rush, I'm not in any rush. You take your time. What have I done? I'm holding space for that person. And I'm blocking everyone else too. I'm like, no, you take your time. I'll fuck with you people. Don't worry about these people behind me. I'll take care of that. See what you've done? Isn't that cool? You have that power. I have the power. You have the power to change somebody's entire fucking day for the better. I'm not allowed to do it for the worse anymore. Not allowed to do that. Okay. The key is not to do things where you have to make amends for it. So what are they? Words of affirmation. You know what? Great job. I'm proud of you. I noticed that you did. Because when you first come into AA, I tell you right now, you're nothing but wrong. Remember when you first came in? Everybody like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's wrong. You're just like, do I do anything right? Right? Remember those? Do I do anything right at all? Well, you're staying sober. And that's a great fucking start. What's another one? I only have a week. Oh, not in my group. No, in my group, you got a fucking week. A week is longer than 8 years. And that's true. It is for us, that first week is longer than 8 years. That week is worth more than my 8 years. It just is. Okay. So words of affirmation. Encourage others. Do it often. What is this? It is the opposite of my other bullshit. Okay. Before, what I used to do is I would take people's inventory on the negative. Now I take people's inventory. I still take people's inventory, but I'm looking for the positive. Because if they're going through something arduous, I want them to know that it is worth what they are doing. They need to know that. Hey, I saw you make this move. Great job. Every now and then I write a friend and I say, hey, I notice you've been growing. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Great job. Right. Acts of service. For us, acts of service is a must, or we go back out. We just got it. Okay. But as far as love languages go, what are acts of service? Taking out the trash. Earlier, my wife got me soda while I was currently being inconvenienced. She knew that just having that there would calm my anxiety. And she was right. Okay. What else is that? Acts of service for me, my wife, body doubling. She body doubles me, and it helps me out a lot. It does. I just hope that I help her 1/4 of what she does for me. Honestly. So acts of service, receiving gifts. Now, these are material things. That's okay. Nothing wrong with being a little materialistic. There really isn't. As long as it doesn't get out of control, right? Okay. Quality time. Time, the biggest sacrifice you have. I think time is worth more than money. So a body double, Ingrid, is kind of an ADHD thing. And what she does is she kind of mimics me. And then I can see it, and then I get out of it. That's what happens. Body doubling. It is, I'm going to tell you now, it's not the most healthy thing. It's kind of codependent, actually. But it works for her and I. So, quality time, just spending time with each other. Create space for other people. Start a meeting. People thank me more because I started a meeting than anything else. Thank you, Dion. I needed that today. There we go. Quality time. Right? Ingrid, you just fucking got here. Just kidding. And physical touch. All right. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope this was informative and helpful. I'm pretty much done, Ingrid. I just wanted to give you a hard time. So again, just to kind of reiterate, understanding the love languages will help you better with your own personal relationships, with sponsoring, with your fellowship, okay, and just having relationships in general, okay? If you don't know what somebody's love language is, ask. If they say what are love languages, then pull it up and say these are the love languages. Which one do you prefer? Okay. If you are married, you should know this. If you're going to get into an intimate relationship and you want it to work out, understanding the other person's love language is huge. It is. It's just a matter of meeting others where they're at. It's going to be a requirement. Just like everything else. You're not going to be able to do it till you love yourself. Can't give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself yet, then find out your love language and start doing that for yourself. There's your answer. It's going to be hard as fuck. It was learning how to love myself was one of the hardest things I did because I thought it was weak. Now I love me. You bet I do. Okay. Just like I love you. I love all of God's children. Guess what? I'm one. But I love me first. Because if I don't love me, then I can't give you true love. And I don't want to give you anything fake, man. I just, nah. No thanks. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Ingrid, it's good to see you. Mandy, always good to see you. Looks like we had some other people hanging out. Totally legit. That's great. You're not required to talk here. This is a safe space, or you can share. Just as a reminder, if I share my experiences, yours is different. Please feel free to share it. I don't feel like you're arguing with me. No, I want to hear your experience too, because it might change my mind and help me out. Oh no, no, I love you. Peace out.